Hello, this is David from David Books and Comics, and today I want to look at the work of uh, Francis X. McLaughlin, better known as Frank McLaughlin. And he got started working as an inker on for Charlton Comics on Dick Giordano's Action Hero line, which included superheroes like Blue Beetle, Captain Atom, Sarge Steel, and Judomaster, the character that he created along with writer Joe Gill. So this is what he's most known for. It's a 3-issue run, starting with issue of Detective Comics 598, and it's of course, a Batman story, and Giordano is the main artist. Dennis Cowan and Dick Giordano are the main artists. The cover artist is Dennis Cowan, and we flip in and we find that the Dennis Cowan is the penciler, and Dick Giordano with Frank McLaughlin are the inkers. This is Cowan's best work with the help of McLaughlin. McLaughlin and Giordano have a similar art style, which we'll see later when we flip through the pages of Judomaster. So, who was Frank McLaughlin? Frank McLaughlin was born in March in 1935 and died just shy of his 85th birthday in March 2020. He was born in Meriden, Connecticut, and he died in Milton, Connecticut in March of 2020. His notable creation was the character Judomaster. And here we have some of the best artwork in the pages of Batman that I have ever come across. This issue 598 is not a difficult issue to find in the back issue bins. If you get lucky, you can also find it in the dollar bins. And as you can see, the storyline, the artwork is Batman showcased at his best. Just do a flip through, and it's quite the story, very detailed with excellent backstory. And there's one of the main villains. He's a Bane-like character, one of the arch villains from the Nightfall series. And there's Bruce Wayne. All right. And it has tributes from some of the greats, some great personalities. This is Terry Gilliam. You may know him from the Monty Python. And this is collector artist Mark Evanier. This features some artwork from the late Gene Day. Mark Evanier is one of the lead collectors. And there's the science fiction writer, Thomas M. Dish. He says, "Since my youngest years, Batman has been an inspiration and role model to me and many of my generation. Undoubtedly, much of my success has been due to the fine examples set me by the Caped Crusader." There you go. And there's some Jim Aparo. We know Jim Aparo got his start working for Charlton also on the Phantom line. And there's Rick Myers. Rick Myers being one of the main experts on martial arts movies. He's also one of the writers for the Destroyer series. And of course, there's Harlan Ellison. And Ellison says, I grew up on Batman. Not all the later incarnations revamped periodically for a new generation, but the original Batman, who was known then as the Batman. I bought the first comic he appeared in, and I bought every one thereafter. That was 1939, and I was 5 years old, and I adored the creation of Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Now it is 1988, and I am at least 7 years old, and Batman has never dimmed in my adoration. And of all the books and movies and stories I've written, in which I take a craftsman's pride, none fill me with the pure treasure I derived from writing an actual published genuine Batman yarn in Detective Comics number 567 in 1986, when I was 6 years old, going on 7. Happy anniversary, Bruce. Ain't it amazing that guys like us in their 50s can still kick ass? All right, and there's Will Murray, the expert on pulp magazines, and there's some art by Howard Chaykin. Tom Fagan, Jim Shooter, the famous editor for Marvel Comics, and there's beautiful artwork by Carmine Infantino and Joe Rubinstein, and artwork by Tim Truman. So there you go. This is Batman Detective Comics 598, and it's a serial story called Blind Justice, and with the work of inker Frank Mclaughlin. Dennis Cowan is the main penciler. As you can see, McLaughlin's style, and we'll go through the books to see McLaughlin's style, starting with Judomaster. So this is Judomaster number Judomaster that first appeared in Special War Series number 4. Yeah, this is Special War Series Judomaster, Volume 4, number 4. And this is McLaughlin's early artwork. So his notable creation is this character, Judomaster. He initially developed the character and was planning to leave Charlton and go freelance with his art and his ideas. McLaughlin was a judo practitioner, and so was the publisher of Charlton Comics, a guy named Charlie Santangelo. The publisher and Frank McLaughlin, Santangelo and McLaughlin, both practiced their judo in the same dojo. And so having Santangelo interested in having the character published was inevitable. And so I guess Santangelo approached McLaughlin and asked that he publish his idea, Judomaster. And this is where he made his first appearance. So what eventually happens is Hadley Rip Jagger saved the life of this sensei. And in gratitude, the sensei teaches Jagger the martial art of judo. So this was published back in 1965. And you can see where he goes into the sport of judo. And the founder of judo and aikido. So McLaughlin, being a judo practitioner, also knew of the history of the martial art. All right, so that's that. That's Special War Series number 4. First appearance of Judomaster. Now, Judomaster had other incarnations. The character was eventually purchased. Character was eventually purchased by, and all the Charlton Lines characters, superheroes, back in 1983, were purchased by DC Comics. And this included the Blue Beetle, Captain Atom, and this character, Judomaster. It also included, I believe, Nightshade, who was a character created in the pages of Captain Atom by Steve Ditko. And there you go, McLaughlin doing what he knows best, talking about the martial art. And this is the second issue. And in the odd numbering from Charlton, this is issue number 90. So this is, in the continuity, this would be issue number 2. Or 3 if you want to include Special War Series. There you go. It's a simple story, but very literate. The stories were all written by Joe Gill. All right, so that's that one. And this features an editorial from Dick Giordano. All right, that's that. And here we have the origin of Thunderbolt, a character created by Pat Morisi. All right, so that's that one. That's number 90. And this is a very fine issue. This is minus the crease. Issue number 91. Story and art by Frank Mclaughlin. It was quite literate, this series. It's quite well written, actually. According to Jeff Roven, who compiled the Encyclopedia of Superheroes. There's a splash page. There's his boss, who sends him out on assignments. And there's a backstory of Sarge Steele. This artwork is by none other than Dick Giordano, with inking help from McLaughlin. And there you have a picture of the creator of Judomaster, Frank Mclaughlin. This is an early picture. So he was born in 1935. He studied at New Haven Teachers College And he started his judo practice in 1953, actually. He was still quite young. So he came to Charlton back in 1959 as an artist, left to go to work as an art assistant for Dick Giordano, became a staff artist again, and stayed basically as an assistant to Giordano. His style is very much in line with Giordano's art style. All right, so that's that. Among the different incarnations of a Judomaster, well, before I go to that, I'll show you this. This is one of the arch villains, one of the few continuity arch villains in the Charlton line, and that's this guy, the Smiling Skull, makes his appearance here. The first appearance of the Smiling Skull in Charlton was in this issue of Sarge Steel. This is the first appearance of the villain. The artwork here, likely with art assist from inking assistance from Frank Mclaughlin. And the art here is by Dick Giordano. And there's the old Blue Beetle. And I believe this is before Giordano took over as the art editor. All right, so that's that. Great story, actually. And here is early artwork from Frank Mclaughlin. And you could see that this is what's called a presaging of the character Judomaster. All right, so just so you know, when Judomaster went to DC Comics, there was a version of Judomaster that appeared in Justice League Quarterly number 14, and that's what he looked like. A costume that looks a bit like, with the same colors as the original Judomaster, and looks more like Iron Fist. And then there was this character here. This is Sonia Sato, that appeared in Birds of Prey, off and on, the comic book series Birds of Prey, off and on, starting with number 100. And Judomaster remained one of the mainstay kind of backup villain, or not villains, superheroes in the DC line. He wasn't never a major villain, but they've always kept him on because of basically his kind of continuity and interest that writer Denny O'Neil had in basically martial arts stories that he showcased in the pages of Batman in particular. So this is the first appearance of Tiger, who appears off and on also in DC continuity as a sensei, actually. And there's a great splash page. And that's the letters page. One of the better series in, definitely one of the better series in the Charlton line of superheroes. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this look at some of my Judomaster collection. So this is issue number 94, Tiger Hunt. And it features this guy as the main villain. I believe credits. Is he credits? No. But likely the story and artwork is by Frank Mclaughlin. Nice splash page. And there you go, talking about karate. And this is credited. This is by McLaughlin and Giordano. Sarge Steele. Like I said, Giordano and McLaughlin are almost similar and almost interchangeable in their art style. They have a similar art style, largely because of the amount of work they did together, both at Charlton and at DC Comics. So this is Judomaster, first appearance of the Acrobat, and a third appearance of the Smiling Skull. Letters page. And here's an early artwork of the ninjas. The Art of Stealth, Ninjutsu. It's from 1967. Probably the first appearance of ninjas in comic books. A far cry from what they popularly became known to look like. So this is another Sarge Steele artwork by Giordano. Beautiful stuff. So that's that one. Issue number 95. And this is the second appearance of the Acrobat. They all look like, because of the similar art style, they look like they inked each other's work, basically. So, Giordano and McLaughlin. And there's the Ditko Blue Beetle, the new Captain Atom, and the appearance of Peacemaker is drawn by Pat Boyette. Alright. Subsequent to DC's accumulation of the character, the Peacemaker was shown, of course, on a TV series. And the Judomaster makes his appearance there in this kind of incarnation, in this green costume. So here we have a simple boxing story, actually. And this one's for Pop. And there's Pop there, who taught Hadley Rick Jagger how to fight, basically. Nice artwork, great story, actually. This is one of the first issues I ever bought of this character. purchased from Winnipeg, from Doug Salipa, from his Comic World comic shop. Nice shot. All right, and another Sarge Steel backup. You can tell Giordano's style just by the inking. All right, so that's that. A little bit of Charlton violence. And this I consider to be one of the hardest issues to find. Any of them to find in good condition is hard to find. This is number 98. And it features Judomaster's fight with this guy, a master illusionist. And there's another Sarge Steel story. And probably, and I believe it is, the last appearance of Judomaster in comic books. Sorry, of Sarge Steel in comic books. This issue was never published. This issue of Blue Beetle. It was published in black and white in one of their in the fanzine Bullseye, I think. I can't remember, but it was published in black and white. All right, so that's that. So I hope you enjoyed this look at Judomaster, one of the early superheroes created by none other than Frank Mclaughlin. And Mclaughlin unfortunately died in 2020, and he was one of the major, I would say, major artists of, one of the major artists, because he contributed a lot of inking work both to DC and Marvel Comics, especially his work on Batman, both in Detective Comics and in the solo series. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you did, remember to give me that thumbs up. And as always, thanks everyone for subscribing. And always remember, feel free to comment. I hope you enjoyed the series. The channel continues to grow. Thanks. Bye.